Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is Kate here with another video. In today's video, we're going to be looking into Echoes La Brea and talking about how you guys can find the 100 skulls on the map easily. I will be giving you guys the locations of every single skull that I have currently found in the order that I found them, as well as giving you guys some tips and tricks to help you find them much easier. So with that said, make sure to like and subscribe and consider being a channel member. And with that said, let's go ahead and get right into it. So the first thing I'm going to be talking about is the location of every single skull on the map. Now I have a picture I'm showing on screen here that you guys can look at and use to actually find every single skull. And they also do have numbers so you can kind of see the order that I went in to find them. I have a kind of messy order as I did die a couple times, come back, and then, also find them in different directions, miss them and stuff like that. But you can kind of see how I kind of found all of them at once. Some of them are pretty easy to find and some of them are pretty hidden. One of the best ways to actually find these skulls though with using the map and without using the map is the game trails. Game trails are basically things that you can run on, and once you run on them, as you can see, they start to highlight. These also have a bunch of the direwolf skulls just kind of laying around on these paths. Now not every skull is on a path, but there is a majority on here. I found at least 30 on the game trails throughout the map, probably more than that, probably around 50, but there is a good amount of skulls just laying around the trails. So do use these because this is a major help in finding the skulls a lot faster. Another tip to finding the skulls faster is also going down to the rivers. If you go down to the rivers here, you'll be able to find them a lot easier because some of them do spawn down near these rivers down here, especially in the swamp area. I found at least 9 of them in the swamp area. Looks like I have a bunch of people from my pack down here as well. But if you go down to the rivers and follow them after you follow the game trails, you will find a couple there. I've probably found at least 15 in total on all of the rivers. If you just follow this giant riverside as well as these small ones, you will find a good amount of them here. Now for the specific locations, if you look on the map that I gave you, I will also leave one in the description that is an official website that you guys could use that zoom it, you guys can zoom in on the map and see it more clearly on where the skulls are located. But for the exact location, a lot of them are just kind of out in the open. There is probably at least 10 or 15 of them that are either in caves or they are hidden really close to a tree or a rock. Some of them are pretty hard to find, but a majority of them are just out in the open and pretty simple to find. You just have to use your eyes to kind of look around, because I did miss a couple on the trip of looking and I had to go back and actually get those. Now I also do believe that there is more than 100 skulls that spawn on the map when you're collecting them. Now this might be wrong, so don't take my word for official, but when I was looking at the map that they used on the Discord that you can zoom in and stuff that I have in the description, I noticed I actually found some skulls in different locations than what I saw on their map. So I did make sure to mark those on my map as well, on the ones I did find, but there were some that were actually in different locations than they were on the map that I was using. So when using my map or using the map I have in the description, please do keep that in mind, that there might be some that are in different locations, or you might find some others that are in locations that are not listed on either map. Just wanted to put that in there too, just in case you're having trouble and you're like, I'm right next to the location, can't find it, where is the skull? So one last thing before I do talk about the mangy wolf skin itself and also why you should look for the skulls and everything like that, is the fact that you guys should probably go and make a map yourself. So take the map here, take a screenshot of it, and every time you find a skull, just mark it. Honestly, it helped me a lot. Even though I was doing it for a video, it helped me a lot with finding the skulls, because then when it came down to getting the last 2 skulls, I could look at the map and kind of knock out which places I've already been to. So I would be like, okay, I was at the swamp, so I need to go here for the last 2 because that looks like the last 2 locations that are, those are the last 2 locations that are kind of missing on the map that I've made myself. I'm just saying that to make it easier for you guys if you're looking for these skulls skulls, it just makes it easier at the end of finding them to find the last two, because one thing about the skulls is they have specific locations, they do not respawn, and once you find the one in that specific location, it disappears forever, and you cannot go back to that location to get another one. So it's a lot easier to just kind of mark them down, so then you know where you've already been and how many you've already collected in a certain area. Now, some of you might be asking, but most of you probably already know, why would you get the skulls? Basically, the mangy wolf skin is what you get from the Halloween event, and without getting those skulls, you can actually get this skin for 4,000 tracks. Now, if you play Echoes La Brea a lot, you realize that tracks are extremely hard to get, so making it easier would be getting the skulls. It brings it down to 2,000 tracks, which, yes, that's still a lot, but it's better than 4,000. So it's highly recommended, if you want to get the skin, that you use those tracks to get it. Now, this is a limited time skin, so you cannot obtain this after the Halloween event ends. And it also ends on November 7th, so you have basically a whole month almost to get this completed, so there is no rush in getting it completed right away. But you will definitely not have the permanent time to getting it, as once this ends, you can no longer get the mangy wolf skin. Of course, if you have it, you can always use it afterwards, but once it's gone, it is gone. Now, there is a second skin that actually came with the mangy wolf skin that is also for tracks too, but this does not discount them when you find the skulls. It's just there, and it is a permanent skin, so you guys can obtain it even after the Halloween event. So as you can see, if you go all the way down, this is the mangy wolf skin, and we also have the boggy. The boggy is the other skin that came with the mangy wolf skin. And like I said, this is a permanent skin, so you can get this at any point in time during the game. I don't think it ever disappears, and you could just wait to get this one, so you don't have to rush around and try getting that one as well with the other one. But it is a really cool skin, so I would recommend getting it whenever you have the chance and you like to play the direwolf. But that is everything in today's video. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and let me know down below if you have any other questions relating to this event. Now, if you also have some other tips and tricks to help people out, you can also comment that down below if I've missed any. And I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!